What is a jewelry design center?
JDC is a family-owned business with deep roots in Montana. Why Montana? Because this community made us. Made us family, made us artisans, made us believe in love, made us hometown heroes. Because this community made us shine. Why Montana? Because Montana is home.
Time for our Coach's Corner, checking in with all things Sac State football as they host one of the biggest games in the country this weekend with Montana coming to town. Brennan Marion joining us here now on Nuanez Now. Coach, thanks for being here. How you doing?
No problem. Thanks for having me. Appreciate you.
First of all, tell me about just being at Sac State this however many months here, these last couple of months. What was the number one draws for you? Like, what were the things that made you want to go there and build that program up? And then what are some of the things you think are the potential of Sacramento State as a football program and as a university?
Yeah, I just remember a couple years back, I came to a camp here. They have a really good football camp. I think they have the best, one of the best football camps on the West Coast when it comes to evaluating talent and getting really good players from this area. And so I came to camp here and I was just like, man, this would be a great spot, just kind of like a thought in my head of, driving around campus. And, ultimately we had a lot of success at UNLV as a team. And when this opportunity arose, obviously I coached, I was a Bay Area high school head coach. And then I, played junior college out here in Northern California. So I really understood that landscape of football here, that there was going to be good players and people that really loved football in this area. And so when the president, I was really excited for the fact that, they were really striving for excellence and trying to lift the program up higher than it ever been. And I knew Troy had a lot of success here in the past, in recent history. So I thought we really could, take it up a notch with the support of the administration and president.
Given just all of the attention that Sac State has garnered over the last year or so, with the move out of the Big Sky and the FBS dreams and the quest for the FBS, how has that impacted your vision for what you want the football program to be?
I mean, in anything that I've ever done, I've always tried to, achieve greatness and be the absolute best that you could be. I think that's, I know our president gets a bad rap for that, but I think he's just trying to, it's very personal to him because this is his school. He is an alum here. He went here, got his master's degree here, met his wife here, and he just wants the best for his school. And so I always want to be in a place where they have high expectations and they really want to do well. So it's been a blessing for me and my family and our staff to get a chance to try to reach new heights and, have the support of, the community here.
Tell me a little bit more about your staff. Looking at the bios, there's some guys that have been around the league for a while that I've interviewed in the past, and then there's other guys that you've been connected with over the years. So when it came to just assembling this staff, what were some of your priorities, and why did you choose to keep a couple of the guys on staff that have been around the league for a little while?
Yeah, I think anytime you look at being in this profession, you want to have people that already have boots on the ground and know kind of what the landscape is or where you're at. And we were blessed to keep our offensive line coach here that has had a lot of success in the Big Sky, and Coach Fresquez, and then Chris Perry, who's done a good job of navigating the roster here. So they had a lot of success. And I don't think you want to get rid of guys who have had success in which the area you're trying to be successful in. And so we kept those guys on. And then, we brought in a lot of new guys from all over the country that had certain skill sets that, would put our players in the best situation to be successful, not only as players, but as men, and are going to care about the guys and help them reach new heights in their life. And so the culmination of bringing all these guys here, I thought, has put us in a really good situation as far as trying to go win the Big Sky in our last year, being a member of the Big Sky. And then, for where the program is trying to go and get to, I think these guys do a really good job of being great teachers, but they're also great fathers, great husbands, great, boyfriends, all that type of stuff that that's important to, I think when a player looks at a coach, he has to be inspired. He has to look at somebody that he wants to, emulate the best way to to help mold somebody is be a great example. And I think these guys are great examples of what it looks like to be real football guys and also be, good professionals in life.
Brennan Marion joining us here on ESPN Radio, head football coach at Sacramento State. Last big picture question for you, then we can talk about the matchup on Saturday. When it comes to assembling a group of guys and a staff and a roster, and you try to take care of business here and now in the last year in the Big Sky, but also you're building for the future and you guys have this vision for what you want the program to become. How do you balance those two things, and how do you sort of sell that to your team? Hey, let's focus on the here and now.
Yeah, our mission here every day. I mean, just trying to, wake up, be on time, do all the right things throughout the day that lead to, ultimately having success. When you're just focused on just having small tasks that you need to complete each day, when you put your head on the pillow at night, okay, I did everything possible to be successful today. And really the big vision is to have one great year and just reset and refocus every day, and really that's what our guys have been focused on. We let a couple slip away from us as far as, games this year, but, I think anytime you bring in 70 new players with a new staff, to be where we're at right now, to have a chance, to play meaningful football and play meaningful games. I think we're doing really good from that standpoint. As a competitor, you want to win every game, so you're always upset about the games that you don't win. But I think that what I told our players is I promised them at the beginning of the season, every fourth quarter we'll have a chance to win the game. And so we've had that. We've been in those situations. And so I look forward to us developing as a program and continuing to get better every day.
Well, when it comes to your performance on the field, then you got to go in here these last couple of weeks. So what do you like just about the way you guys are playing right now? What's helped you string together this winning streak?
Yeah, we've played at a really high level as far as running the football. We're running the ball at a really high clip. And then, multiple players are going in there and getting the job done. It's not just one guy. Anytime you kind of look at when guys are on a run, sometimes it's just like one player on a run or one guy, you have one like super player, but it's been multiple guys stepping up and, answering the call from when we're running the ball. The O-line has done a really good job of opening up holes and being physical up front and providing those opportunities for our backs. And then our top receivers, they kind of just run off. They're kind of like the guys that just kind of stay in space and get out the way. But our tight ends, fullbacks, running backs, O-line have done a really good job to move the needle forward with the run game. And then our quarterback does a really good job of being a point guard and getting everybody lined up and getting us in the right play and, leading us forward down the field to go score touchdowns. And then defensively, we've just done a really good job of affecting the quarterback. I think anytime, you lead the country in sacks and TFLs and you're, really getting after a quarterback, it really makes him slow down a little bit or, speed up from the standpoint of like, oh man, I got to hurry up and get the ball out. And then our defensive backs have done a good job of playing man-to-man, playing tight coverage. And that area. And then, with the defensive line we have, it really helps the linebackers and safeties come downhill and make plays and stop the runs and kind of limit the big explosive runs. So from that perspective, I really like where we're at. And then special teams, we've been able to be special and make some big plays and not just be out there, not just exist out there. We've actually made plays and changed the game on special teams. So we've done a really good job there. And then our kickers and punters do a really good job of flipping the field and, getting touchbacks and making field goals and getting points.
Another day, flavorless forage.
What in the heck is this magic? It smells intriguing. Could this be the answer to my lifelong struggle against bland wilderness cuisine? Okay, deep breaths. Don't get your hopes up, big guy. Finally, a meal fit for a famished Bigfoot. Thank you, Alpine Touch. My Rocky Mountain adventures just got a whole lot tastier.
Life can change in an instant. If you've been hurt in an accident, suffered from medical negligence, or facing criminal charges, you don't have to face it alone. At Ryan Miller & Coburn, we're here to listen and fight for you. We're your neighbors. traveling across Montana to stand by your side as your link to justice. Real people, real help, right here in Montana. Ryan Miller and Coburn, your Montana attorneys.
When it comes to Montana, then they cause a lot of chaos defensively. So what's just your initial thoughts on your offense versus Montana's defense and just sort of the unorthodox nature of the scheme that they run?
Yeah, I mean, that coach has done a really good job over there. I think he won his 100th game as a coach there. So he's done a really good job as a head coach. Got a lot of respect for him and what they do as a program. Those guys play hard. I mean, that's their culture. They're going to play hard, violent, get after you, and bring multiple pressures, waves of pressures, 3-3-5 defense, which, I obviously worked for Todd Graham for a lot of years, played under Todd Graham, who's a 3-3-5 guy. And, that defense can create a lot of havoc and force you to do things that you don't want to do on offense. So I think it's a really good scheme, and I think they really, it fits the culture of their program. As far as, the way that they want to play, I think they have some really good players in the back end to cover up guys, number 8, number 5, number 2, number 24. Those guys do a really good job of eliminating the explosive plays. And then, up front, number 58, the USC transfer, getting after you when he blitzes. So I think they have, a really good scheme that matches their culture, their program.
Last question for you then. Just a lot of hype around this game. There already was, just because of being on national TV and the fact that these two teams have had a lot of back and forth in recent years. But then there's been all the dust up the last couple of days too. Does that affect you guys as a team, or how do you hope that impacts your team from a motivational standpoint, or does it matter at all?
No, for our team, I mean, we said at the beginning of the year that we want to have one great year, and for that to happen, this has to be a playoff game for us. We're fighting for our lives right now because we let games slip away early in the year. We have no room for error, and we have got to, answer the call as far as playing the game at the highest level that we can play it, taking care of the ball, doing the jobs that we need to do as players and coaches to get the game, in hand. And so for us, the only thing we're focused on is playing for each other, playing a 60-minute football game, and being explosive and making plays. We're not really worried about anything else that we cannot control. We have to control our destiny as a team, what we said that we wanted to do.
Brennan Marion here on ESPN Radio. Coach, appreciate the time.
Thank you. Stingers up. Appreciate it.
Hello, my name is Kelly Ayat, quarterback at the University of Montana. In the off-season, it's important to do everything you can to prepare for the season. In high school, that means funding your program. In my experience, Vertical Raise is the ultimate online fundraiser platform. Now broaden your reach of your fundraiser and bring in more money than other platforms. And there are no sneaky or hidden fees like other companies. If you're trying to raise money for your program, reach out to Vertical Raise today.
Yo, Tara, what up, E?
What's going on? Man, those are some nice medals.
Yeah, man, these are hard to come by.
Yeah, well, I've got 2 of them.
Well, that's nothing like going to March Madness, though.
We did go to a national championship.
Okay, guys, whatever. Let's just get on the Montana party bus and head over to Press Box for lunch.
Yeah.
Nuanez now and Skyline Sports, covering Montana athletics and the Big Sky Conference better than anybody. The Montana Party Bus and the Press Box are also proud supporters of Montana athletes.
Hey, cheers to you guys, man. Cheers to Montana. Cheers to chasing more champions.
One of the national games of the week plays out in Sacramento, California on Friday evening. A little Friday night lights coming to Hornets Stadium. We're joined now by Rodney Hampton. He's a standout for the Sac State Hornets. Rodney, thanks for being here, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Good, man. Appreciate you for taking a minute for me. First of all, tell me just about some of the lead up to this game, because obviously we already knew it was going to be on national TV from back in the summer when they announced that, but a chance to play on Friday night, a chance to play against the top 5 team. How are you guys feeling there in Sacramento?
We pumped up. It's just another game to us. It's a playoff game for us. We know what we got to go out there and do, so we're ready.
You mentioned sort of the playoff mindset, right? I've heard Coach Marion talk about that. Where does that come from? Why are you guys already treating it like playoffs this time of year?
Because we treat no team different. We want to treat every game like a playoff game, a championship game. So we know we got to come out there and play our best. And the playoff game, that's when you're going to play your best. So every game a playoff game for us.
Well, you guys have been rolling the last couple of weeks, especially in the run game. So what's been going well? How have you guys been able to run the ball so effectively?
We figured we took too many losses, and we figured we don't want to lose no more. So we got to do whatever we best at. However we got to win, that's what we're going to do to win. So
That early season stretch where you did drop a couple, was that a motivating factor for you guys just as a football team?
It's football. It's a team game. Things gonna happen. You just got to know how to like battle and drive through adversity. So we had our adversity at the beginning of the season, good thing. So now we know what to do. I feel like we're ready. There's nothing we haven't seen, so we're ready.
Just the process of you guys coming together as a team. You guys, I know you have a lot of new faces, certainly. So how has that gone? What is the process of sort of getting on the same page and honing the chemistry that it takes to be a championship quality team?
Coach Marion made it like a real family culture around here. So everyone is like family. So it wasn't hard for us to like, how can I put it? Like get adapted to each other or anything. But it was cool because Coach Marion made everybody seem like family. We like did things as team and everybody feels comfortable with everybody on the team. So it seemed like we've been together for 4 years. So we're good.
Rodney Hammond joining us here on ESPN Radio as well as the Big Sky Breakdown podcast series. He's a running back at Sacramento State. They are taking on Montana here on Friday evening. You yourself from the other side of the country in Virginia. So what's it been like being in California? What I guess, first of all, start with what drew you to Sac State and what do you like just about living in Sacramento?
Honestly, Coach Marion, that's my guy. So I wanted to see my guy win and I wanted to be part of something great. So that's why I came over here.
He seems like a very compelling recruiter. So do you see that? Is that why you guys have been able to accumulate so much talent?
If you really want to win and you want to be around the winner, it's not really much thinking you got to do. You feel me? Coach Marion's a winner, so he brought in winners. That's what we want to do.
Yeah, that's it comes across certainly right away. You played at Pitt previously. How does it compare? What have you thought of just the FCS in general and the Big Sky in general compared to the level you were playing at before?
It's different, but at the same time, it's still football. You can't look at it like in a different way. The crowd might be different and the stadiums might be different, but at the same time, it's still football. So you just got to go out there and play. It's no different to me, honestly.
Cardell Williams has been such a huge part of your guys' offense since sort of taking the reins, and he's such a tough runner as a quarterback. So what do you think that's brought just to your guys' overall offensive attack?
Cordell, he make it easy for us. Like I said, I'd have mentioned it before. Cordell make it easy for us because it's like you can't just key in on the running backs, like the crazy running back room we have. You got to worry about him too. So it's like, what you gonna do? Like, who you gonna try to stop? He just make everything easy for us, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, that game against Weber particularly was. I rewatched it again last night, and man, when you got him going in the run game, you going in the run game, you got Smith going in the run game. Three guys over 110 yards. That's pretty impressive. So, what was going so well, particularly that afternoon?
It was ugly outside. We knew we were gonna have to run the ball. We knew we was gonna have to do whatever to get that win and make it look good. So we figured they couldn't stop our run game, so we just stayed with it, and it worked. It worked real good.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, Rodney Hammond joining us here on the Big Sky Breakdown podcast series. How about Montana then? What have you seen early on with the Grizzlies? How would you just describe what they do defensively?
I'd be able to describe them after Friday night. So Saturday we could ask the same question.
For sure. But just the matchup with Montana, Sac State, Montana have a little bit of a rivalry dating back because Montana hasn't won down there in several different trips. But I know a lot of you guys, this is your first time playing Montana. So what do you think of just that element and just the opportunity to play against one of the top 10 teams in the country?
Like I say, I look at every team the same. I don't look at no team like, oh, I can't wait to play them. So, they on the schedule. It's their turn. I'm ready to see what they're about. They're ready to see what we're about. I feel like it's going to be a good game, and we'll see what's going on.
Yeah, it's certainly what everybody's looking forward to, and we're excited to cover it. So thanks for taking a minute to help us preview it.
Yes, sir.
Join Town Pump's Pump It Up Rewards Plus program and never pay full price for fuel again.
Save 5 cents on every gallon every day at any Town Pump across Montana.
Plus, earn and redeem points on your favorite in-store items to get free stuff with our clubs.
Stop in and pick up a rewards card. Download the Pump It Up Rewards Plus app today.
Or visit townpump.com/rewards to register and start saving.